Welcome to the deep dive. We unpack stacks of sources to get you those essential nuggets of knowledge.
Hmm.
Today, we're plunging into a world that, well, on the surface, it promises these sun-drenched summers, old money charm, Beechwood Island.
Right.
You picture this idyllic family retreat, right? A place where generations of Sinclairs, cultivated this image of perfection.
Absolutely perfect, seemingly.
But when you peel back that polished veneer, what you actually find is this really complex web of lies, profound secrets, and a dark undercurrent that ultimately leads to murder.
That's exactly it. Our deep dive today is really a journey into the dark heart of this seemingly perfect family, the Sinclairs. And we see it through the eyes of one of them, Carrie, Caroline Lennox Taft Sinclair.
Yeah.
And our source material is E. Lockhart's novel, Family of Liars. Carrie's story isn't just like a recounting. It's a raw, unfiltered confession.
A confession.
Yeah, directly to her deceased son, Johnny. He's seeking answers about the family's past and, heartbreakingly about his own death, too.
Wow, okay. So, our mission today, then, is to go beyond just the plot points. We want to understand the sort of true cost of keeping up appearances, maintaining that curated family image.
The weight of it.
Yeah, the weight. We'll delve into the motivations behind their deceptions and, importantly, explore how one really devastating summer transformed these privileged teenagers.
Right.
Turned them into accomplices to a dark secret, changing their lives forever.
Yeah, and we'll look at the painful realities of grief when it's just not expressed. The crushing weight of family expectations and the, well, often brutal ways truth finally surfaces.
Okay. So let's begin to unspool this really intricate tale for you.
Let's do it.
Let's start by just immersing ourselves in the setting. Beechwood Island, it's not just a vacation spot, is it? It's like the ancestral Sinclair domain.
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
Steeped in history, tradition. You've got rocky shorelines, these two pristine white sand inlets, grand family houses, Claremont, Pevensey, these evocative names.
Right. And the traditions, the 4th of July parties you mentioned. American flag cakes, sparklers, fireworks on the big beach. It paints this picture of, I don't know, almost utopian privilege.
It really does. But, as you often find, the most gilded cages, well, they hide the darkest secrets.
So what was the unspoken cost of belonging to this Sinclair family?
Well, those traditions, beautiful as they sound, they were really part of a strict code. The family lived by these mottos. Stiff upper lip, make the best of things, look to the future. But the most potent one, the one the patriarch Harris constantly pushed, was be a credit to the family.
Sounds heavy.
It was. These weren't just like catchy phrases. They were mandates. And they fostered this culture of emotional repression, difficult feelings, shoved down, reputation, appearance. That was everything.
Everything.
Carrie herself says they became excellent at silence. Showing love wasn't about honesty or affection. It was through this almost fanatical loyalty to the family story. It creates this kind of toxic positivity, denies any real emotional processing.
And this rigid, stiff upper lip thing, it clearly had a dark side, didn't it? What were the really devastating consequences for the kids?
Oh, the most heartbreaking example is Rosemary, Carrie's youngest sister. She drowned at age 10.
Oh.
And her death is just never openly grieved. It creates this profound, unspoken void. And it hugely impacts Carrie.
You see that physically, too, right, with her surgery?
Exactly. Carrie has expensive jaw surgery at 14. At first, she feels deformed, but ultimately it fixed her profile, gave her that strong line along the jaw.
A Sinclair jawline, maybe.
Kind of, yeah. And this physical change mirrors her internal yearning to be seen as unique and worthy, to fix herself to fit that Sinclair ideal. She even starts using codeine for pain.
Ah, a bit of foreshadowing there.
Right. And this unprocessed grief over Rosemary, it also leads to Rosemary's ghost visiting Carrie. It's like a manifestation of her guilt, her unresolved trauma.
So you have this physical fixing, right? Trying to correct this perceived flaw, something maybe un-Sinclair about her. But inside, she's battling this feeling of not belonging. Like, imposter syndrome, almost.
Totally. That sense that her place in the family isn't secure.
And the ghost of Rosemary becomes this really poignant symbol then. Not just spooky, but a reminder of the emotional honesty the family just avoids at all costs.
Precisely. Carrie's longing to erase the Buddy Kopelnik in my face. It's not just about looks. It's about erasing the perceived stain of her real parentage. This deep fear that her existence itself is a flaw in the Sinclair story.
Wow.
So Rosemary's ghost isn't just, a plot device. It's Carrie's grief and guilt personified, demanding the emotional truth the family code forbids.
Okay, so as these island traditions start to fray, the family's image does too. That summer, the whole dynamic shifts. New faces arrive. Uncle Dean brings his kids, Yardley and Tompkin. Penny's friend Aaron Reigert comes along. And then three unexpected teenage boys show up. Pfeff, Major, and George.
Suddenly it's not just family anymore.
No, it's crushes, secrets budding, a whole new kind of trouble that really tests that Sinclair decorum.
Indeed. And it's during this time Carrie and Pfeff's romance starts.
Yeah.
Especially during this island tradition, the lemon hunt.
Right.
Carrie describes their first kiss, rocky ledge, moonlight,
Yeah.
feeling alive, like diving into cold water, like eating a raspberry.
Vivid.
Yeah. And Pfiff calls her clever and impressive, which is exactly the validation she craves, right? The kind she doesn't get from her own emotionally shut down family.
But that illusion of a perfect summer, it starts to crack. Carrie unravels an old family secret. She notices these pearls, right?
The double strand of dark, glowing pearls, yeah. Harris gave them to Tipper, her mother, on their second anniversary, while Tipper was pregnant with Carrie.
And Tipper says something cryptic.
Yeah, things weren't easy then, and then tells Carrie pointedly, the black pearls are Carrie's. It's just loaded with unspoken history.
So these pearls, they're more than just jewelry. They're like a symbol of hidden truths.
Absolutely. Almost gothic, And then Carrie finds this crumpled, faded photo in Tipper's jewelry drawer.
The photo?
Tipper with some unknown man, but his face is scratched out. It's like tangible proof that the whole Sinclair story is built on a lie.
And the truth behind that photo is a bombshell. It shatters Carrie's identity.
Completely. She confronts Tipper and gets the shocking revelation. Harris is not her biological father.
Wow.
Her real father was Buddy Kopelnick, Tipper's college sweetheart. He was Jewish, which Tipper's family strongly opposed.
So Harris
found out about the affair, the pregnancy, and chose to accept Carrie as his own. But it was a secret. Vowed never to speak of it. And he scratched the picture, literally erased Buddy and Carrie's true heritage from the narrative.
Good Lord. What psychological toll does a secret like that take on a child, even if they don't consciously know it?
It's immense, even subconsciously. Carrie struggles with identity, feeling deformed after her surgery. You can trace it back to this foundational lie, and learning it makes her feel her place is conditional. Harris has to love Penny and Bess, but he does not have to love me. It's this deep personal wound breeds insecurity, this intense need for external validation.
It's a classic example, isn't it? How family secrets, even meant to protect, can just create these deep feelings of inadequacy, an unstable sense of self.
Exactly.
And the revelations just keep coming. Carrie's grappling with her own identity, then more betrayals surface right within the immediate family. Yardley and Carrie see Penny kissing Pfeff, the guy Carrie likes.
Right by the ping pong table. Carrie feels this ball of hot fury and pain, a melting sensation of my features. She compares Penny to Cinderella, just sliding easily into that shoe, taking Pfeff.
Ouch. But there's more to Penny's actions.
Yeah, it wasn't just simple teenage drama. Penny later reveals she's actually in a secret relationship with Aaron, her friend.
Oh.
And she kissed Pfeff to make Aaron jealous, to stop Aaron from leaving. So this exposes Penny's own deep fear of her parents finding out about her sexuality.
So the family's stifling atmosphere affects everyone, forces them all into these elaborate fictions just to survive.
Exactly. It shows how that inherited shame, the pressure to conform, pushes even seemingly good characters towards manipulation.
It's like a ripple effect, isn't it? Repressing one truth forces others to create their own lies. And it's not just Penny, Bess, too.
Bess, yeah. Often seen as the good, the virtuous one.
She finally confronts Carrie, lets out all this resentment she's held onto. You think I don't know you're taking pills? You're falling apart, Carrie, and it's hard to even sympathize. You don't care 1 ounce about me.
Wow.
That just shatters the illusion of sisterly solidarity, doesn't it? Exposes the raw, hidden stuff in their relationship. What does that reveal about the long-term damage of this emotional repression?
It's devastating, really.
Yeah.
Bess's outburst isn't just jealousy. It's proof of how corrosive unspoken resentments are, how they're all forced into this zero-sum game for attention and approval. Yeah. In a family that avoids emotional honesty, every sister is just left alone with her pain. Leads to these bitter, cutting accusations. It shows how, even within sibling love, that culture of silence breeds isolation, a lack of real empathy. The good sister facade cracks, and you see this deeply unhappy young woman underneath.
And this fracturing, it goes beyond the core sisters. Yardley, Uncle Dean's daughter?
Right.
She disapproves of her father's illegal stuff, sounds like shady finances. She confronts him, and Harris,
Takes a stand.
yeah, decides to leave the island, breaks up with her boyfriend George because he won't support her. This is like the first major crack in the wider family unit, isn't it? A young woman choosing morals over loyalty.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing, maybe.
Definitely. Yardley's departure is critical. She represents breaking free from the Sinclair code, choosing not to be complicit. It highlights generational differences in handling moral ambiguity. And yeah, it's a precursor to the catastrophe about to happen. She chooses truth, even if it means cutting ties.
And then the summer takes that truly dark, irreversible turn. The night of reckoning. Bess, in distress, maybe under the influence of all her own suppressed stuff, she accidentally kills Pfeff.
With a loose board from the dock, yeah. After he makes advances on Penny, it's shocking, sudden, shatters any innocence left on Beechwood.
What's chilling, though, is Carrie's reaction.
Immediate, cold, decisive.
Yeah, she doesn't panic. She just orchestrates this elaborate cover-up, commands her sisters like a general.
Her internal monologue shows this desperate need to protect them. Almost like trying to make up for failing to protect Rosemary years ago.
It's not just spontaneous, is it? It feels like a survival instinct honed by years of secrets. A trauma response, maybe?
Could be. Absolutely.
And the cover-up details are just chillingly methodical.
They wash the board, gather supplies, whiskey, bathing suits, cleaner, towels from the houses.
Sink Pfeff's body in the ocean, weighted with the boat's anchor.
Yeah, and then meticulously create the story. Early morning boat ride, Pfeff was drunk, shark attack.
The speed and precision, it's terrifying. What does that efficiency reveal about the survival instincts the Sinclairs unknowingly cultivated?
It reveals how deeply ingrained the Sinclair way is. Manage problems, keep secrets, maintain appearances, at all costs.
And the others just follow her lead.
The unquestioning loyalty Penny and Bess show Carrie speaks volumes. They're a unit forged in shared deception now.
And through all this, Rosemary's ghost is there.
A silent, tragic witness. Carrie sees her in the basement getting whiskey, then later abandons her, feeling immense guilt. Rosemary seems to know more than Carrie thinks, just observing the tragedy, Carrie's desperate control. Her ghost is like this internal moral compass Carrie keeps trying to silence.
So in the immediate aftermath, they tell the fabricated story to the police. And the family name, the status, that privilege, it gives them the benefit of the doubt, the presumption of innocence. They're Sinclairs, after all.
Exactly. But the lie is fragile, a ticking time bomb.
It's a powerful illustration of how status can shield you from accountability.
Then the Pfeffermans, Laura's parents, they visit, bringing a different kind of pain, yeah. And Tipper, in this rare moment of genuine vulnerability, she actually expresses her grief for Rosemary, shares her loss with Mrs. Pfefferman. We lost our little girl, too, in the same ocean.
Wow, that's unexpected.
It is. And this shared sorrow allows Mrs. Pfefferman to reveal that Laura, Pfeff, was unhappy. He'd run away, hadn't contacted them since arriving at Beechwood. It paints this tragically different picture of Pfeff, a troubled kid, lost, and highlights the stark contrast between the family's approaches to grief, one finally acknowledging it, the other burying it deeper.
And then comes the real twist. The layer of complicity deepens. Harris.
Ah, Harris. He calls Carrie to his study, reveals he knew about the cover-up all along. Said he'd run out of sleeping pills that night, saw the girls rowing out, smelled bleach on the dock, found the sticky board, hid it in the attic.
My God.
His motivation, to protect this family, including Carrie. He says, I will do a lot to protect it. He rebuilt the dock, later burned Carrie's written confession of the bonfire night. He erased the physical evidence.
It's a terrifying display of patriarchal control, isn't it? Is it genuine protection or something much more insidious?
That's the question, isn't it? I'd argue it leans towards insidious. Harris's confession isn't just protection, it's chillingly enforcing the family code of silence. It's emotional blackmail, really.
How so?
He tells Carrie all this, not for comfort, but to remind her of her place, to stop her mooning about Buddy Koppelnick. He urges her to be the Sinclair I have always considered you to be. He knew, he covered it up, and now he expects absolute conformity.
So the cost of belonging is sacrificing your soul for the family's safety. His actions just solidify the deception, the psychological burden Carrie has to carry.
Exactly.
And even with all this complicity, the ghosts aren't finished. Pfeff's ghost visits Carrie.
Seeking an apology, yeah. Asserting his innocence in what happened with Penny.
But Carrie
rejects him, despite her inner turmoil. No, Pfeff, she says. I'm not sorry for anything at all. She maintains the lie. To protect her sisters, the fragile narrative they built,
It's desperate self-preservation at that point, isn't it?
It is a further descent into denial, refusing to acknowledge her role, the truth, even when confronted by the supernatural. She's so trapped in that protector role, so terrified of unraveling the lie, she silences even the dead. Shows the suffocating grip of the family code on her.
Years later, though, the echoes of that summer finally start pushing towards truth. Painful, but necessary. Yardley calls Carrie.
Right. Expressing anger about Pfeff and Penny, but also this unexpected, unwavering loyalty to Carrie.
Yeah, she says, that dirtbag weenie made out with your slimeball sister, one of the worst things I've ever seen. You would never, ever hurt anybody like that.
Which is ironic, given what Carrie orchestrated.
Totally ironic. But that validation, even though it's factually wrong about Carrie's innocence in the cover-up, it deeply affects her. It's like an ironic catalyst for her real self-reckoning, right?
Absolutely. It's a powerful moment. That external view, even flawed, shatters Carrie's narrative of herself as just a victim or protector. Yardley, believing her incapable of harm, ironically pushes Carrie to confront her own capacity for darkness. It's a vital step away from the savior narrative she built. She realizes she can't hide anymore.
And this leads her to confess to Johnny, her son.
Yes.
She finally rejects that savior story, tells him the full, ugly truth, admits her complicity, accepts this new, complex identity. I am Cinderella's stepsister. I am the ghost whose crime went unpunished. I am Mr. Fox.
Wow. Powerful imagery.
Can you elaborate on those identities,
Yes.
especially Mr. Fox?
They're Carrie rewriting her own story, choosing to embrace the darker, complex parts of herself. Instead of clinging to the innocent Sinclair persona, Cinderella's stepsister acknowledges her role in a system favoring some, disadvantaging others, puts her on the side of perceived villainy. The ghost whose crime went unpunished speaks to her guilt, the lack of justice for Pfeff, and Mr. Fox. That's a chilling reference to a European folktale, a figure known for deception, violence, luring victims.
So by claiming that,
She acknowledges her own manipulative capacity, the destructive past she led her sisters down. It's accepting her shadow self, a profound moment of self-awareness.
and through this honesty, Rosemary's ghost finds peace too.
Yes, Rosemary reveals she knew about Pfeff's death,
Yeah.
and she was worried Carrie would kill herself from the guilt, the burden. You did that one thing first, but you didn't. You did him instead.
Meaning she worried Carrie would hurt herself, but instead Carrie orchestrated Pfeff's cover-up.
Exactly. It clarifies why Rosemary lingered her fear for her sister, and it finally allows Carrie to release some of that deep guilt.
It's like the ultimate catharsis for Carrie.
It is. That revelation from Rosemary, the depth of a child's love and fear, provides closure. Carrie's journey continues, sobriety, finding solace in jewelry making in New York, learning to live with her sadness and shame, not escape it.
She accepts she'll never, ever escape what I have done, but sees a future beyond the island, beyond addiction.
Right. Her last interaction with Rosemary, finally sharing her feelings, lets Rosemary's ghost rest. It's a powerful message about active coping, integrating trauma, not just getting over it, but living with it authentically.
Carrie acknowledges she's still white cotton and sandy feet, old money and lilacs, the Sinclair trappings, but her insides are made of seawater, warped wood, and rusty nails. It's such a vivid image of someone forever changed, still a Sinclair, but fundamentally something else too.
Yeah. This deep dive into the Sinclair family, it really reveals how silence, those unchecked expectations, that desperate need to keep it together, how it leads to devastating consequences, profound transformations.
It shows the heavy price of loyalty when truth is the cost, and the complex lifelong journey of living with our choices, the identity we forge afterwards.
It's a stark reminder, isn't it? The narratives we build for ourselves, our families, no matter how perfect they seem, they eventually have to confront the truth.
And as we close this deep dive, let's leave you with this provocative thought from Carrie's harrowing journey. Don't pretend you never hurt anybody. Carrie realizes accepting her own capacity for darkness, not pretending to be the innocent hero, is the first step towards real self-acceptance, maybe even genuine redemption. So what hidden truths in our own lives do we pretend don't exist, about ourselves, our families, and what impact might that self-deception be having on our present and our future?